This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Raging Cajuns about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Rice's offense takes the field to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And the Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Toss to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. It's a running room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Owls are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Got his man on the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
What a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, the ground game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Rice rushes to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're working that left side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff to the fullback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Jenkins. Using his legs to buy some time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rice. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. And that's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Raging Cajuns line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jensen. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Raging Cajuns looking to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Howard. On target. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Dumps it to the back. Caught, close to the marker, it's Perry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
That penalty. Cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. And the Raging Cajuns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Raging Cajuns are rolling down the field. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Cajuns. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Jackson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Setting up the screen. Ernie on the Jets. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looking for a push on 4th down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, going for it and getting it on 4th down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
3rd and long situations are really hard to The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And the Raging Cajuns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Got out of trouble and throws. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. It's complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Raging Cajuns are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. Going deep. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He's in open space downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. And the Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Pass defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 8 over the Stallions. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting us out.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. With the catch, it's Davis.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get them on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Sweet cut there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Looking downfield on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out.
He's loose. Out across the 30, marked down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air, it's Howard. Unloads it left. It's caught. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Raging Cajuns look to do some damage in the red zone. Going to the run, it's Davis. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Louisiana! They take the lead with the 6. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
They from their own 21. They'll leave it with him. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And now about this lower intestinal fortitude. 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. You're curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fountain. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jensen. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
To the air, it's Jenkins. Under fire. The short hands, it's Turner. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down, it's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged on the outside, it's Turner. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Good timing on the quick out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Here's the handoff. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Finds his man, it's Turner. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. The screen, he can go. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. The throw. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. Setting up for the extra point and the time.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Perry. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Fires to the tight end. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Robertson. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Here's the pressure. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Raging Cajuns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And here comes the punt team.
Number 92 on to punt it away.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff to the lone back. There he goes. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Owls. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. The Raging Cajuns are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Howard. Catch in the middle, it's Jensen. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Robertson. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. On that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. And the Raging Cajuns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's a seam wide open. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they're just trying to get to him, trying to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Looking to pass. It's Howard. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this field goal might not put the game in the freezer, but it would ice it down pretty good.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Going right to work up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to pass the clock an enemy. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. As disappointing as this is,